Welcome back, YouTube. Today I want to talk about welding helmets and my experiences I've had with them over the years. I've owned several different brands, Hobart Hood, Millers, and I come to these Jackson helmets right here, and I think they're the best. And the reason why is because when you get into, first off, this welding helmet right here has a passive lens in it. I think I paid 50 bucks for it, and this was like, I don't know, a good 10 years ago. I've done a lot of welding with this helmet. Now, when I first started welding, I started out with a Hobart Hood with an auto darkening lens, and it had the little adjustment on the side. I think I paid like, I don't know, 150 bucks for it. I think I got it at Northern or something, but it lasted for a long time. I mean, it had the small lens in it like this, the auto darkening lens. And it lasted me, when I first started out, I didn't think I could weld without an auto darkening helmet. But over time, I could put that rod anywhere I need to put it. And I can run a passive shield, or I can run an auto darkening shield. It don't matter. For many, many years, I've used a passive lens because I didn't have to worry about the auto darkening not working. If I'm welding outside, it's, you could be using the auto darkening helmet outside, and the glare from the sun can activate that thing. It'll go dark. It might not work right. You got to worry about batteries. So the good old-fashioned passive lens helmet, they'll never let you down. Another thing is these Hobart Hoods, these Miller Elites, the Lincolns, they're made out of flimsy plastic. And what I mean by that is they're made lightweight, because you want a lightweight helmet, especially if you're going to be under the shield all day. But for me, I want something robust, because I'm a field mechanic. And another thing is the thicker plastic. This is a thermal plastic too, by the way. The thicker plastic is going to hold up over time. Sorry about that truck passing. I didn't want to do this video in the shop because it's loud in the shop too, but evidently it's loud out here. But back to what I was saying, some of these helmets out here with these ultralight plastics, they don't hold up to a lot of heat, especially under MIG applications. Back to what I was saying, the pluses and the minuses. The Miller Elites are like $500. The Snap-ons are like $500. These funky face shields look like hockey masks. I don't know if you guys that have seen these face shields that got basically like you're wearing welding goggles. All that stuff is gimmicky stuff. Stay away from that stuff. You pay for that stuff, and it's overpriced. They come with weird lenses in them. And what I mean by weird lenses, like this is the standard. This is the standard lens. This is a 4.5 by 5 1/4. The company I work for provided these lenses, and the clear lenses that went with them are square, just like this, the same dimension. When you get to the Miller Elite is rounded. They're at a different dimension. They're wider, they're longer. They cost more money. Like this is the standard stuff that the last company I was working for was providing. I guess this is a rant on what you get. You could buy a $500 helmet, and then you got to buy their lenses to go with the $500 helmet. So that's already a markup. You could spend anywhere from, I've seen them like $45 or $50 for the special lens kit. And when I can get this Jackson helmet right here, auto darkening. It's got a grind mode. It's got a weld mode. It's got, hold on, 5 different shades I can pick from. Sensitivity, delay. This is a good auto darkening helmet right here. This all right, let's flip this over here for a minute and talk about headgear, because Miller's got a funky headgear design. This headgear ain't been changed in years. This helmet's 10 years old. I just bought this helmet probably 3 months ago, and it's got the same headgear. And all these parts are readily available. I don't, I could go to any welding supply store and say, I need to get this headgear, or I need to get this exact sweatband right here that locks in here. I just replaced, like this headgear is the original headgear to this helmet, but I did replace the sweatband. I think I paid like $3 for it. And it's the original sweatband for that headgear. Another thing I like about this headgear, it oscillates in the back right here. It's adjustable in like 4 different positions. You see these notches? You got 4 different positions you can set this headgear in to position the helmet where you need it to be. I can set the tension on it. Another thing I like about it, most headgears don't lock. This headgear locks. When I push it up like that, you see this little detent pin? It locks in this groove right here, and it'll actually hold the headgear up off your head, and you don't have to worry about it falling down. A lot of other companies don't have that. I think this headgear has a patented design on it where can't nobody else make headgear like this, but I could be wrong. Another thing, when you bring the helmet down, it'll only go so far. You see this notch? It goes into another lock when you bring it down. So the helmet's not gonna, set against your body or your face. It's gonna lock, and it's not gonna go any further. And back to what I was saying. The reason why I like Jackson helmets is because they last. The Miller Elite, it didn't last. It lasted me about 5 years. I was welding with it almost every day. I was under the MIG gun a lot. And I got to the point where I was on a job somewhere and I didn't have I needed these lenses, and I didn't have them, and I couldn't see out of the lens, so I took the clear lens out, and I just ended up burning the auto darkening lens out, because I didn't have no clear lens protecting it. But I had to do what I had to do to get the job done. And I thought about buying another Miller Elite at the time, but the headgear was funky. I mean, it was real flimsy. And the people that have the Miller Elite, they probably know about what I'm talking about. But back to what I was saying with lenses and stuff. This lens right here is a glass lens. When I originally bought this helmet, it come with a plastic lens in it. And over time, the inside will get scratched up because it's a plastic lens. My suggestion would be, once that plastic lens gets scratched up, because there's no clear lens protecting this passive lens, is get the glass lens, because glass is harder to scratch than plastic. And I think I paid, this is a shade 10, I think I paid like $5. It might have been less than that. $5 for these 2 lenses right here. So I got $10 and 2 glass lenses that are made by Best Weld. Now, this is a Jackson, so I could go to an aftermarket company and buy parts. Where some of the Miller Elites and the Snap-ons and the Lincolns, you got to go through them and buy their parts. Like, this is the Miller stuff. You got to buy the Miller stuff to work with the Miller helmets. Where this is the standard for most helmets out there. And it's not a bunch of money, guys. This lens kit, I get five clear lenses, outer lenses. I get the seal that it fits in. I get the frame. I get two inner lenses, clear lenses. I think I pay like 25 bucks for that. And if I wanted to, I got a shade. I believe I got a shade 5 in this one, and it's set up for using a torch. Now, if I wanted to put this shade 10 in, I could put the shade 10 in and make it turn it back into a welding helmet. There's just, I don't know, after so many years of welding and using different helmets, Jackson has the most comfortable design. They offer good protection, and it's the best bang for your buck. $50, $165, $25 for to replace everything in there, minus the auto darkening. But this stuff right here will work with this helmet too, because they're both the same hood. These shields that are made by, or these lenses made by a different manufacturer, work with both these helmets. Now, I buy the Miller stuff. I got to buy the Miller. If I got a Miller helmet, I got to buy the Miller lenses. Well, that's my rant for today. So don't go on the tool trucks and buy, you know, their brand that the Snap-on. I seen the Snap-on welding hood. It's like it's over $500, I believe. And you got to go through Snap-on to get the parts. You got the Cornwell. I don't know if y'all have looked at the Cornwell hood, but the Cornwell hood is made out of thin plastic, and it's got a little small auto darkening lens, and it's like 250 bucks, and it's got the funky headgear. This headgear ain't been changed in probably, I don't know, a good 15, 20 plus years. This is Jackson's standard for their headgear. If you go to CyberWeld and look at the reviews on helmets, this is the best bang for the buck. So before you go out there and spend a bunch of money thinking that these hoods are gonna make you a better welder, they're not. You know, buy something that's cost effective and you can get parts for, and it's gonna last you. That's my rant for today. Thanks for watching. I know I sound like I'm rambling on about this stuff, but I don't want y'all to get screwed on paying a bunch of money for a hood, and then later on down the road, you're still paying a bunch of money to get it fixed or to get parts for it. But thanks for watching, and I'll continue to post more videos. Bye.